Welcome to another episode of the Michele Tafoya podcast. Are you expecting to die at some point? If you are, this episode is for you.
Now, it's time for some sanity. It's the Michele Tafoya podcast.
So you may have noticed that last week we ran bits and pieces of old episodes, and the week before that I was recording from my childhood home in Southern California. And all of that was because my mom was reaching the end of her life, which she did on Monday, October 9th of 2023. And we were all by her side, which was amazing. But in the whole process of this last year, I've learned a couple of things that I'd like to pass along in this podcast today. So this is going to be a rather short one, but I hope it's an important one for everyone. In the meantime, if you're one of those millions of American men or women who are losing their hair, or their hair is thinning, or they think they have that gene in their family that means they're going to go, bald, well, listen up. There is a real solution that delivers on its promise without the harsh side effects, the unwanted chemicals, and the unpleasant smells. And it comes to us from our friends at Genucel, whom you know I really endorse. It is called Provia. Provia uses a safe, natural ingredient, Procapil, to effectively target the three main causes of premature hair thinning and loss. It supports healthy scalp circulation, delivers nourishing nutrients, and provides healthy follicle anchoring to your scalp. Provia guarantees more hair on your head than in the shower or on your comb. It's effective for men and women, any age. It's safe on colored hair, treated hair, styled hair. It's really that simple. And right now, new customers save over 50% off Provia's introductory package at proviahair.com, Provie hair.com/Michele. Every package includes a full 60-day supply of Provia serum for daily use, plus Provia 30 Super Concentrate for faster, more noticeable results. Provia works guaranteed or 100% of your money back. See results for yourself right now. Don't wait. Proviahair.com/Michele. Provia hair, all one word, .com/Michele with one L. Proviahair.com/Michele. So there's never an easy time to lose your parent, even when mine was 92, my mom. My dad passed many years ago, but my mom kept chugging along. She was an amazing woman, and in digging through all of her things, she had gotten rid of a lot of stuff, but there was so much in her closet, in her files, in her hope chest, in all of these places that was really quite remarkable. My dad was an aeronautical engineer. My mom was a school teacher. They didn't make a ton of money, but they provided us with a childhood and with college educations that, you can't have more than a great childhood and someone who wants you to have an education. But it's strange because the simplest things will set you off in the wake of all of this. A refrigerator magnet, a coffee mug, something that, from the holidays that was way tucked in the back of a closet. So I have some advice for everyone who plans to die one day, and you probably should if you're not. There are two things. The first one is, for those that you love, those whom you love, smile at them a lot. Laugh with them a lot. I know this sounds really cliche, but the experiences you give them are far, far, far more important than any kind of gift or monetary contribution or anything like that. Because as my brother and two sisters and I sort of walked through her life in the days that followed her passing, we laughed and we thought of our favorite meals that she made. We dug through all of the things in her house and found Christmas decorations that made us just put us right back there, circa 1972 in our living room with these goofy little Christmas boots. We found she kept letters and correspondence from us that at the time when I wrote it, when I was 12 or 13 years old, I had no idea it had that kind of impact on her, but clearly it did because she saved the stuff that was important. And so we talked about experiences and the feelings that she gave us. not necessarily her straight A's in high school, which she had all the time. We found her high school report cards, straight A's, which is why she expected that from us. So that was kind of cool to see. We found pictures of her and my dad when they were really young, like, early to mid 20s in their courtship. And man, they were a good looking couple. I mean, just gorgeous. And it gave them a human side that we may not have really thought about or known about or even were curious about until now. We wanted to get the whole picture of who her mom was. Because while she was our mom, and there is no greater mother alive or dead than my mom was, she was just second to none. She had a life before all of us. And she had a life while we were really young that we were just oblivious to. And so to go through these really important things, the pictures, the books she saved, just the things that she had in her hope. I found my christening gown when I was baptized. And I brought it home and my daughter said, I think my daughter should have that when I baptized my daughter. And I said, that's exactly why I brought it home. So yeah, I'm a little subdued today and I'm a little pensive because this is a big, big deal in life. And there isn't enough time in any podcast to express what this woman meant to me. But I can tell you that she raised 4 very different kids. And we are even more different today than we were growing up. But we all shared the same feelings and reactions and emotions because of what she gave us in her smile, in her laugh, which was infectious, and she loved to laugh, and she made you feel like you were the funniest person on earth when she laughed. So those are the things. When I got home to my own kids, I thought, I need to smile more at them, make the eye contact, laugh with them, put down whatever I'm doing and go sit with them when they call my name. All of those things that my mom did for me, I want to do for my kids. And so it just gives you new perspective. And I'm sure this to some people sounds really cliche, really like, really I could have gotten this from anybody. And maybe so. Maybe so. But I felt it really important to share this side of things. Because while we were all there with my mom in her final days and hours, all we wanted her to know was that we were okay, is that we were happy, we were healthy. Everything she wanted for us, she achieved. That we were going to be okay without her. Because she just cared and loved so much. And my nephew, who was very small when his grandpa died, when my dad died, said to me, Grandma really gave me the love of 2 grandparents for these last 10 years. And I thought that was so sweet, but that's who she was. That's what she did. She surrounded herself with books and flowers and the things that matter. But she also surrounded herself with some other things. And that's what I'm going to get to next. But let me remind you first about this great deal on Provia Hair Care, Provia.com, ProviaHair.com. ProviaHair.com, Provia hair, all one term.com/Michelle is where you want to go. Because you may be, your hair may be thinning, you may be losing it early, and I don't care if you're male or female, this can happen to you, and this is where Provia Hair comes in, because it's a company, it's brought to you by Genucel, and you know how I feel about them, and they guarantee what they're selling you, or 100% of your money back. This is a solution that delivers on its promise, and it does it without the harsh side effects, without the icky chemicals, and without the unpleasant smells. So, again, brought to you by Genucel. Provia uses a safe natural ingredient called Procapil, and it effectively targets the 3 main causes of premature hair thinning and loss by supporting healthy scalp circulation, number 1. Number 2, delivering nourishing nutrients. And number 3, healthy hair follicle anchoring to your scalp. So Provia can guarantee more hair on your head than in the shower or on your comb. And it's good for men, women, any age, whatever. It's safe on colored hair, treated hair, styled hair. It's really pretty simple. So right now, this is the deal. New customers save over 50% off Provia's introductory package at proviahair.com/Michelle, Provia hair.com/Michelle. And every package includes a full 60-day supply of Provia serum for daily use, plus Provia 30 super concentrate for faster, more noticeable results. It works. It's guaranteed, or 100% of your money back. proviahair.com/Michelle. Go there now. Provia hair.com/Michelle. And it's Michelle with one L. proviahair.com/Michele. So yes, my mom left us with wonderful memories, happy memories, just, a wholesome childhood, a lot of fun stories, a lot of great meals, a lot of bad meals too. Sorry, Mommy. But one thing that she did leave behind was kind of a lot of junk. Now, she went through it with my sisters who live out there, and they sort of started to sort through it. But I was there. Monday was the day she passed. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we spent hours going through her kitchen, her mudroom, the little office, some closets, the living room, her bedroom, and desks. And oh my gosh, the things we found. We found some of the ugliest cufflinks you're ever going to see, because she saved them just in case someone wanted them. We found Christmas decorations that were barely staying together. We found candles that were burnt maybe an inch, where she thought, because she was a Depression era kid, so she thought, I'm sure I'll use these again. Apparently you cannot donate partially used candles. So we threw out dozens of candles. We found a feather duster that hadn't been used in probably 25 years. Just every crevice, something was there. And it's not like she was a pack rat or a hoarder. It's just stuff got stuck away and just forgotten about. And as we went through it, some of it was really fun to find. Like, there were some Christmas ornaments that we found. There were some things we didn't know that they had left for us that we found, which was really cool. She left notes on certain things that were important to her, which was really cool. But how many sets of dinnerware can one person have? She never got rid of any of hers, not any of it. I didn't know there was room enough in our little house to house all of that stuff. So here is my advice. It's fun for your kids to go through all of it. It's a lot. And what it struck me is that she had too much stuff. And I know, again, growing up during the Depression, that stuff, you were either going to use it or you were going to save it and reuse it later on. And so there was a tendency to never give anything away. You just didn't know, that's how you were raised. She and my dad both. So get rid of the stuff, the clutter. My sister and I were saying, oh my gosh, I'm going home and I'm going through my stuff and I'm getting rid of a bunch of this because this is ridiculous. One of her little funny things was that she collected bunny figurines. She loved bunnies. And so we're talking wastebaskets with bunnies on them, bunny jewelry. So we covered an entire pool table, an entire billiards table with little bunnies. So many bunnies. Now I can understand why she didn't give those away. They were just around the house in random places and she didn't think about it. But anyway, stuff it becomes just stuff, and it gives you perspective when someone has died, that this stuff was just kind of meaningless. Not all of it, but there was plenty of meaningless stuff that she just, for whatever reason, didn't donate, didn't give away, it was just there. So I would recommend that the stuff that you gather in your life, is just that. And if you like some stuff, if you love collecting books, have at it. I don't begrudge anyone for collecting anything they want to collect. But I would just have you bear in mind that some of that can just pile up and get stashed away where no one ever sees it or uses it, and it sits there for decades. So, maybe it's an annual thing that you do, I don't know. But think about who's going to be picking up after you and what you want that to be like for them. Like I said, it was kind of like an Easter egg hunt. We found some really cool stuff. But the loads of stuff that we took to the Goodwill, wow. So, keep that in mind when you're acquiring stuff and when you're cleaning your house every few weeks or whatever. Get rid of the stuff. So this is kind of a, cliche episode, and I just wanted to share it with you. My mom was voted the Mother of the Year in the South Bay of California many years ago. She raised my brother, 2 sisters, and me to all really fulfill the dreams that we had in our lives. And she just didn't do it with, hey, go get straight A's. It wasn't like that. She wanted us to find happiness in what we did with our lives. She set an example of a work ethic that was second to none. And she rarely complained. She did everything with a smile on her face. But she wasn't a pushover. Sometimes she was, but not always. But I realize that the 4 of us, her children, are where we are now, and I think her grandchildren are benefiting as well from the magnificent grace, cheerfulness, smile, laughter, love this woman emanated every single day. You always knew you were loved. Always. So, with that, I'll leave you. Be brave. Do good. Smile a lot at the people you love. I know you hear it all the time. Let them know you love them. But it doesn't have to be with an I love you or a hug or any mushy, big grandiose showing. All it has to be is a presence, a little smile, just being there. You have no idea what an impact you will make. We will see you next time.